Hello Year 6, this is Mrs. Clyne, about to give you your second tutorial, your maths tutorial 2 on multiplication. So we're looking at today tens and ones times by multiplied by tens and ones. So a 2-digit number multiplied by another 2-digit number. So I'm going to share screen with you now just to show you, just to give you that heads up on that document that we looked at yesterday, where I've uploaded this onto Padlet, and you can see that today we're going to be looking at the skill of multiplying 2 digits by 2 digits, and we're going to look at 23 multiplied by 12 first, and then you're going to have a go at doing 35 multiplied by 12 with me as well, and then you're going to try some examples of your own. Okay, so I'll stop sharing now and hopefully we can get cracking. So we're going to start with 23 multiplied by 12. So hopefully, I'm going to take my glasses off because I keep slipping down. I want you to get a pen and pencil and paper ready and get ready to do the calculations with me. So 23 multiplied by 12. So I'm going to write my digits nice and clearly. 23 multiplied by 12. Hopefully you can see that nice and clearly. Right, and remember yesterday we talked about doing those lines really neatly. You're going to use a ruler, but I don't want to smudge all the board and things. So I'm going to ask you to draw 4 lines in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and there's a reason for that, which you'll see later. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to make sure that I've got my headings up here because I think that is really helpful. And I'm going to think about this calculation as 2 calculations because that's exactly what it is, 2 calculations. We've got 23 multiplied by 2, which we can all do, and then we've got 23 multiplied by 10, okay, because the value of the digit 1 is 10. So we're going to start with 23 multiplied by 2. I'm not even going to think about that digit 1 at the moment, okay? So just 23 multiplied by 2. I want you to get into the habit of writing these brackets to remind you of your first step. Right, so 23 times by 2. So we go to the ones column first. 3 multiplied by 2, so 3 lots of 2, 2 lots of 3. Ones is 6, 6 ones. 2 tens multiplied by 2, so 2 lots of 2 tens is 4 tens. So the answer to 23 multiplied by 2 is 46. So I've completed that first step. Hopefully that all seems very clear. Right, now we're moving on to the second step, which is no longer looking at this 2. We're looking at the digit 1. So we're multiplying 23, not by 1, but 23 multiplied by 10. So we need to write in brackets, ready, 23 multiplied by 10. So I know that that is what I'm doing. Now, just to make sure that you'd have to complete this really carefully, because this is where most people go wrong. This is the real sort of the slip of where people go wrong. Make sure you put your place value holder in straight away, because you're not thinking about multiplying that by 1. It is the value, has the value, that digit of 10. So we're going to put our place holder in there. It just reminds us. So we're going to keep our columns nice and clear. So we go to the first step. We say 3 multiplied by 1 10. So 3 multiplied by 10 is 30. You're right, 3 tens. So we need to put the 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1, 1 times 3. Right, next one. 2 tens multiplied by 1 10. 2 tens multiplied by 1 10. So the answer to that is 20 multiplied by 10 is 200. You're right. So we need to there put the 2, which is going to be the hundreds column. Okay, so we've now got 230, which is the answer to 23 multiplied by 10. So I've got those 2 calculations answered, but I need to do the last final step. I need to add these 2 calculations together. So I'm going to go to the 6, because I'm going to my ones. 6 add 1 is 6. 4 add 3 is 7. 2 add 0, 0 add 2 is 2. So the answer to 23 multiplied by 6 is 276. Okay, I want you to try now. I want you to try 35 multiplied by 12. So pause the video, have a little go, and then we'll come back and we'll do it together. So have you had a go? 35 multiplied by 12. So let's have a look together. I need to get rid of that. I'm going to keep my brackets because I want to use them again. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of obviously all my calculations here, because I can write them easily again. So, what did I say? I think I said 35, didn't I? 35 multiplied by 12. Right, here we go. Let's have a go at that. Oops, that's not very neat, Mrs. Clyne. Goodness me, you'll do much better, won't you? 35 multiplied. So I'm doing my 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'll tell you why you do the 4 lines. You'll see in a minute why I've got that tip. Right, so the first step, 35 multiplied by 2. Hopefully you've got that in your calculations written down. And then the second step, 35 multiplied by 10. Excellent, well remembered. 35 multiplied by 10. So let's ignore that part of the calculation at the beginning. Let's just do this one first. So we need to do 5 ones multiplied by 2 ones. So 5 multiplied by 2 is 10 ones. So remember, we need to regroup that 1, 10, under the tens column. And that's why I've got that line there, because can you see I've written the digit, the regroup digit, really quite small, but enough to sit under that line to remind me what I'm doing. So 5 multiplied by 2 is 10 ones. 5 ones multiplied by 2 ones is 10 ones. So now I need to go to the tens. Do you remember? 3 tens multiplied by 2. So 2 lots of 3 tens. 3 times 2 is 6. Remember, you've got the 1 here, the regrouped 1, 10. So 6 tens and 1 10 is 7 tens, which is 70. So 35 multiplied by 2 is 70. So I've done that one correct. I've done that, okay? So we're all good. I've used that now. Because I've used that, I'm just going to put a cross through it, a line through it, just to remind me I don't need to worry about that anymore. And I've done that regrouped, adding. Right, let's move on to this stage. First step, do you remember? Because we're multiplying by 10, we have to put that placeholder in, okay, to show where our actual first alignment of our columns is going. We're thinking about the tens column, and then we'll be moving on to the hundreds. So first step, thinking about 1, the digit 1, 5 multiplied by 1, 10. 10 times 5 is 50, good. So 50, 5 tens, we need to put the 5 here, okay, under the tens column. So 5 times 1 is 5, 50. Which is 5 tens. Right, now we're moving on to here, this column. So we're having here, think about the value, that is 3 tens. So 3 tens multiplied by 1 10, so 30 multiplied by 10 is 300, you're right, and we need to put the 3 in the hundreds column. All right, so now our last step is the nice step, it's really nice and easy. We're now adding these two values together. So we're adding the amounts, the totals of these two steps. So 0 add 0 is, keep changing my colours, 0 add 0 is 0. 7 add 5, 7 add 3, add 2. So 7 add 3 is 10, add another 2 is 12, good. Oh, that's squeaky. And I've got here 0 add 3 is 3, add another 1 is 4. So here we go. That's your answer. 35 multiplied by 12 is 420. You try now a few with your own and see how you get on using those steps. Bye.